y'all doing today? My name is Smokey, and I want to share with y'all another life story. So today's life story is actually about my first party. Now, this story takes place, I think, roughly 2018, I think. Because I was 16 years old. Yeah, it had to be like 2018. So how this all started was a couple of my buddies and I, we were actually going to go to the county fair, and it was a couple counties over. It was actually in PA, and so my buddy actually comes, picks me up from my house, and in total there's 4 of us. And so I pile into his truck, and we start driving, and we make it over to the county fair. We're just kind of walking around, and then actually at one point, one of the people we were with just disappears. Just Houdini act. I'm out this bitch. Just gone girl. Out. Nowhere to be seen. Like, didn't tell any of us that he was like leaving or what the fuck was going on. Apparently he like caught a ride home with somebody. We have no fucking idea who. But unbeknownst to us, apparently he caught himself a ride home. But meanwhile, we spent like the better part of a fucking hour trying to look for this dude. Couldn't find him nowhere. But hey, it is what it is, I guess. You know, would have been nice to, like, you know, say, hey, you know, I'm leaving, but, you know, don't worry. Don't panic. Don't look around for an hour trying to look for me, but, you know, it's cool. It's alright. We get wrapped up at the fair. And actually, I remember seeing this actually really, really cool car. It's been so long, I don't even remember exactly what it was. It was almost like a rat rod type thing. I don't know, it was so sick. So sick. If I can find a video of it, I'll put it right here. But so we leave the fair, you know, good times have been had. We pile back in this truck, and at this point, I think it's like probably like, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night, or like midnight or something like that. And so my buddy was, you know, just gonna drop me back off at my house. And this is in the middle of the summer as well, so it wasn't like cold out or anything. I think this is like July or something. So temperature wasn't really all that cold. But so he drops me off, and apparently I don't know if, like, he was not very happy with the fact that I was out as late as I was, or if he just forgot. But my dad actually ended up locking me out of the house, because normally I just get in through the garage. You know, we have the garage door. He locked it. So here I am sitting outside, don't know what to do, because I didn't bring I didn't bring Owski with me. I'm like, well, I never needed to. He normally just leave the door unlocked for me. I call back up my buddy. I'm like, yo, this is, because they were actually going to go to a party, and I'm like, nah, I gotta go home. Gotta go home, trooper man. I end up calling him back up. I'm like, yo, I'm locked out of the house. You're trying to, damn, that's a big ass fucking bonfire. Damn. But so I call my homie. I'm like, yo, can you like come pick me up? I'm like currently locked out of my house, locked out of the damn castle. I need Trooper Man to grace me with his presence and pick me up. He wasn't even that far. Like, it was like literally 2 minutes after he dropped me off. So he, like, you know, they popped a little Yui, turned right back around, came to get old Smokey, and I'm like, alright, the night isn't over. It's time to get the fucking ball rolling. Let's have some fun. Before we went to the party, the first stop that we had to make is we had to go to the grocery store to get some Solo cups. So we do that. We stop off there. We pick up some Solo cups, and then we drive over to my buddy's house. And you know, so we park on the road, and we walk in. So at the party, I mean, it was, you know, it was a party. I mean, it was like, you know, I mean, there was like 5 of us. But this is also my first time like drinking alcohol, like around other people. You know, it's just more if I was drinking, it was just kind of drinking by myself at that point. I know, not really supposed to drink alone, but sometimes it just is what it is. That's how the vibes be. But so there was actually a total of 5 of us. So it was me, 2 of my buddies, and then my buddy's house we were at and his girlfriend. You know, we're just kind of chilling, we're just talking. Now, my buddy's girl, like, almost immediately after we got there, she was already taking shots at one of my buddies. Just fucking letting them have it. You know, just calling him ugly and shit. I mean, just taking shots off at him. But so, anyway, you know, we go, you know, we kind of talk for a couple minutes, you know, then we go downstairs into the basement. This is where the real fun begins, okay? So we have the table set up. And so we're, you know, we're setting up these cups now. I'm sure y'all know that when you play beer pong, typically you fill those cups with shots of beer. Oh no, 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 no. See, that wasn't enough for my fella. Homie had to break out the big ass fucking bottle of Fireball. And instead of shots of beer, it was shots of Fireball. Let me tell you, that game got dangerous quick. So we're just, you know, we're sitting there playing, you know, pong, just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then at one point, people got tired of like taking shots of Fireball, so I was taking shots for everybody. Oh, enemy team, or you know, I made a ball in the enemy team's cup, I'm gonna take a shot for them because they don't want to fucking drink it no more. So it's safe to say I was feeling pretty good. But it was weird though, because like I couldn't tell that I couldn't really tell that I was drunk like when I was down there. It wasn't until I started to walk up the stairs. Once I hit those damn stairs, dude, it was game over. Like, it was done. It's just the entire thing hit me like a fucking brick. Like a train just ran my ass over. Train to Busan, straight fucking hit me. Like, you ever seen the meme, "Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?" That's what it was like. So we get upstairs and, yeah, at this point we're done. We're done playing Pong. You know, everyone's feeling pretty good. Nowhere near as good as I am. I am fucked. Absolutely, positively fucked. I remember at this point, I'm sitting on the couch. I'm just chilling, I'm vibing. It's like me and like two of my other buddies, and then my buddy and his girlfriend are in the kitchen. And so I'm just sitting here vibing on the couch. And like the whole time, like my buddy's girl was still taking shots at one of my other homies. And he gets fed up with it. He's done. Like, he needed to be here to be done. He was up here. Like, this shit was not flying. He was not putting up with that shit no more. And so I remember he looks at my buddy and goes, "Yo, everybody calls your girlfriend thick, but she ain't thick. She's really just fucking fat." Oh my god, there is no shot. No shot. He just fucking said that. And it was like full on Matrix mode, like that my buddy went from the kitchen. I don't know how it happened. It was like my homie fucking teleported. I've never seen someone run so fucking fast. My homie went from the kitchen to the living room and had my homie pinned on the fucking ground in like 0.2 seconds. So meanwhile, me seeing all of this go down, I can't help but just die laughing. Like, I am laughing my ass off. That shit was so fucking funny. You know, and eventually, you know, I got up, my other buddy, you know, we helped the homie off of him. And dude, my buddy was pissed. He's like, "Fuck this, you know, I ain't fucking putting up with this. I ain't sleeping here, blah, blah." And he goes out, he leaves. And he goes and sits in the truck outside. Now, like, all of us are drunk. And we were already not in the best part of town. We were actually like a really shitty spot of town. And so cops were always rolling through there. So like, if we let them sleep out in the truck, we'd get caught. We'd be fucked. So it took us probably about a half an hour, but we finally were able to coax him back in. But we finally get him back inside. All is good. And this is the only time I've ever actually blacked out drunk. I've never blacked out drunk any other time. But we were sitting on my buddy's couch, and he put on The Dictator. I don't know if you ever saw that movie. It's kind of stupid, but it's actually pretty fucking funny. We were sitting there watching The Dictator, and I remember at one point it was on, and then like the next thing I know, like the movie is off, and we were sleeping on a couch in this living room, and it was just pitch black. That's the only time I've ever had that happen. But the movie's off at this point, and we're just sitting there, you know, it's time to go to sleep. It is time to sleep. It's been a very eventful night. It's just time to get some rest. And as I'm sure like a ton of y'all have stayed the night at a buddy's house, and you know what I'm talking about when I say you wake up in the middle of the night and you're fucking freezing, and you like, no blankets, didn't give you no blankets, didn't give you no pillows, so you're like taking fucking couch cushions, you're putting that on top of yourself, taking like anything at all you can find. Like, I think I ended up like taking one of like the couch cushions, I was putting it on myself. And when I tell you I was cold, I was fucking frigid. Like how it feels to chew 5 gum, Antarctica type vibe, frigid. So what do? I walk up the stairs, up to my homie's room, you know, get a little of the, yo, can I get a blanket, trooper? A little bit on the cold side, can I get a blanket, trooper? I woke both him and his girl up from a dead fucking sleep. I didn't give a shit. My ass was freezing. And he's like, yeah, I got you. And he throws me a blanket. I'm like, I appreciate you, homie. We're out. And I go back downstairs and I lay back down on the couch. Oh, bliss. I was actually somewhat warm. And then, of course, probably about, I want to say maybe 2 to 3 hours later, I don't know exactly how much later it was. I remember waking up in the dead of night. I woke up like that. I felt so sick. I'm like, yep, it is coming. This shit is happening. So I run over to his front door, open up the door, and then go over to his front porch, and I lean over the front of it, and just projectile vomit just spews out of my mouth. And then like over this dude's porch on almost like this metal grate type thing and some cardboard. Oh, fucking nasty. I probably threw up about 2 or 3 times, and then went right back, closed the door, and went right back and laid right back down with my blanket and went back to sleep. And then woke up the next morning and told my homie about it. He thought it was the funniest thing, but he's like, yeah, no, you gotta take that metal grate and that cardboard that you just threw up on with you. I ain't having that shit here in my house. So, I still kind of feel bad for this, but we actually had to load that up into the back of my buddy's truck and then take it back to my house. I just want to take a moment to thank y'all so very much for taking the time out of your day to take and spend some time with me. It means more to me than y'all will ever know. We're slowly growing the channel a little bit, and I'm so stoked that y'all have been loving this new content. I have a shit ton more stories to tell y'all. Some of them are wild, just absolutely wild. But it means so much to me that y'all want to take the time and just, you know, just chill with me, listen to what I gotta say. And it means everything to me knowing that I've put a smile at least on one person's face throughout the day. That means so much to me, y'all will never know. But thank y'all so much for watching. I will see y'all in the next one. Smokey out.